The fire may have lasted an hour, but the claim can really take up to a year. So guys, welcome back to another episode of CCG TV, Capital Claims Group TV. Please like, subscribe. Today I wanted to spend some time talking about fire claims. When most people think about a fire claim, they think about burn units. That's actually where many owners or property owners make the first mistake. The visible fire usually is only a small part of the insurance claim. Whether you own an apartment complex or a shopping center or a building or a warehouse, there are three parts of the fire claim that most property owners don't fully understand. And missing any one of these can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. So let's first go into the first part. Fire doesn't stay where the flames are. This is probably the biggest misconception. People think that claims are only for the unit that got burned. Insurance companies, they know better because fire creates multiple types of damages, right? We're talking about fire damage, smoke damage, soot contamination, heat damage, water from the firefighters, or structural movement, corrosion beginning within days, electrical contamination. So we know that smoke travels, heat travels, water travels, and then the contamination travels. That means your claim has to be investigated where the damage went, not just where the fire started. So for example, unit 204 catches on fire. So now the damages extend to units 203, 205, the attic, the common hallways, the mechanical rooms, the electrical system, HVAC system, elevators in the building that are all connected through the ventilation. So a fire claim is not just about the room that burned. It is about everywhere that the loss traveled to. So businesses just don't stop because a fire started. Many commercial owners focus entirely on rebuilding, and the policy often recognizes something much bigger: lost income, talking about rental income, vacancies or business interruption, extra storage, relocation costs, security, because sometimes you might have to hire security, emergency fencing, temporary utilities, all the extra expenses, professional fees that's going to be involved, cleaning, engineering, architectural, permits, all the above, the extra labor that it takes to clean up and get things where they need to be. So the purpose is to place you close as reasonably possible to your financial position before the loss occurs. So if you own an apartment complex that generates $80,000 a month in rental income, fixing the walls alone is not going to get you back into the financial position that you were in. So this is where documentation becomes more valuable than the building. And I know that sounds crazy, but after a fire, the building becomes evidence. Photographs talking about pre-loss conditions, maintenance records, vendor invoices, emergency mitigation, contents, inventory, equipment, mechanical systems, lease agreements. We got to get all the lease agreements, rent rolls, financial statements, repair estimates, code requirements, engineering, moisture map documentation, smoke testing, air quality. The better the documentation, the easier it is to prove the full scope of work that's needed to restore the property. So guys, remember, the insurance company does not pay just because something happens. They pay because the damage can be proven. So every fire starts with one event, but the insurance claim can involve a dozen or dozens of different coverages, consultants, inspections, contractors, engineers, even accountants, and months of investigation for the owner to fully or get as close as possible to recovery. So the owner that recovers the best usually aren't the ones with the biggest policy. They're the ones who understand how to build the strongest claims. The fire may have lasted an hour, but the claim can really take up to a year. So we have to make sure that we're managing both with the same attention. So if you're a commercial property, apartment complex, office building, warehouse, or retail center owner, remember this: fire is only the beginning. The claim determines how well you recover. So guys, please like, subscribe. Thank you for checking out CCG TV. If you have any questions about claims, large property losses, complex claims, if you need help, please reach out to Capital Claims Group. Thank you.